Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the National Guard products number 428E. This is a saddle type threshold. If you use your imagination, it somewhat looks like a saddle. That's where that part number, well, that's where that reference comes from. This is, the 428 is this profile. This is going to be available in the mill aluminum finish, which is what this exact item is. If you were to add the letters DKB to the end, you'd get the same threshold except in a dark bronze anodized aluminum. The 428 means that this is an 8-inch wide threshold and that it is ½ inch tall. Okay. The wall thickness of the material is 0.109. National Guard puts that out there openly and up front because, well, they're proud of the material, their extrusion thickness. Their extrusions generally tend towards the thicker rather than the thinner end of the spectrum. Makes for a very nice threshold item. It has a couple of semicircles you can see in the bottom of the extrusion, and that's very handy because it will allow you to, let's see here now, it will allow you to order this item with a vinyl foot seal. That vinyl foot seal, there's a link below this video to the product brochure where you can review what the vinyl foot seal looks like. And the way to define that is to take your part number 428E, if you want mill, dash V. They'll give you the vinyl foot seals. Okay, which I think is a great idea. You should have them, is my opinion. Or run a bead of caulk down it, put it down and install it. You're going to want something to be underneath here. The vinyl foot seal is a great way of accomplishing that. Another option that you can have on this, they can do an SIA finish, which is an anti-slip or a slip-resistant sort of coating. That's not uncommon with this item. There is a link below this video, that link I mentioned earlier, to the product catalog, and that's handy product brochure because it will allow you to review the 400E series saddle thresholds from 4-inch wide, 5-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch, 8-inch, 9-inch, and 10-inch widths. So ½ inch is an incredibly common height for saddle thresholds. This ½ inch height is indeed handicap compliant. They're going to take you from 4-inch all the way out to 10-inch. So with a single manufacturer and a single profile type, you'll be able to handle a variety of different applications. Why would you want something 8-inch rather than the more common 5-inch or even 4-inch? Well, if you've got 8 3/4 jam depth hollow metal frames, a 4-inch or a 5-inch threshold simply doesn't look correct. You've got this large frame sitting on your sill or your pad or your concrete or whatever the floor condition is, and there's really nothing around the base of it. I'd like to be able to have a large threshold that's commensurate with the depth of the frame so that everything looks appropriate and you're tidying up the bottom of the installation so that you're helping prevent the intrusion of the elements and weather and water at the base of the frame, because that's the area where surface rust will initially show itself. A wider threshold like this can be used as a way to take a 5 3/4 frame, or if it's an aluminum storefront, maybe about 5-inch, and literally cope the profile of the frame into the threshold. Let's say you have a 3-foot door, order it 40-inch. That means that it will be the outside dimension of the frame itself, allowing you to run the legs long on either side. You might have a concrete block wall and then face brick on the one side. That's going to make for, potentially, a 12-inch wall thickness. So you could run this long and have the threshold itself actually help protect the bottom of the frame. Or you might have an instance where you need to have an offset threshold, meaning that it's 90 degree on one end. But the stock ones that National Guard offers dimensionally don't meet what your needs are. You might need 7 3/8. You could take this threshold and rip it down in your table saw and cut it down to 7 3/8 and make a perfect sort of offset custom threshold. Okay, this is going to be available in the website in all the common lengths. This is obviously just a sample piece. This is about a 6-inch sample piece. If this were the genuine article, you're going to have 2 holes drilled and countersunk, soldier stacked about 4 or 5 inches from the edge, and then center to center appropriate for the length of the threshold. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and simply indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back to. That will prevent you from having to cut this down. An 8 inch is rather wide to cut. You may not have the tool for cutting it down. It'll save you the trouble of drilling and countersinking, save you the trouble of having asymmetrical centers on your screw holes as well. None of that may matter, but if you order the next longest piece, we will oblige per your comment field instructions of what net length to send it out. Screws will be included. They're typically about a number 10 by 1.5 inch flathead Phillips drive wood screw. The name National Guard is synonymous with all things weather stripping related, not only aluminum thresholds like this, but perimeter gasketing, door sweeps, material made of, in addition to aluminum, stainless steel, and architectural bronze. They do a great job with architectural bronze. We recently did a quite custom order of material. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up the full line National Guard products catalog and review all of those items. If you have more than an occasional need for National Guard, meaning weather stripping, by all means take a look at it, as their name is quite synonymous with weather stripping items. If there's any questions on the National Guard, number 428E, 8 inch by 1/2 inch mill aluminum finish saddle type threshold, or any other National Guard product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.